What's up, guys, and welcome to the Scooter McGavin Golf Chronicles with your host, me, Scooter McGavin. These videos are about an above average golfer with tendencies to become a really bad golfer putting videos on YouTube. It's basically all it is. You will learn nothing from my channel. You will not become a better golfer. But if you just want to sit around and watch someone like me hit golf balls, this is your channel. Okay, so we're going to start this wild and crazy golf adventure out with a par 4, 300 yards, slightly downhill. Now, I could be the big guy here and take my driver and swing my guts out and probably hit somebody's window or hit somebody's deck. You know what? I'm not going to do that. I'm going to take my 3 hybrid, try to control it, and as you can see, I hit a very bad shot. But that's okay. It turned out pretty good in the end.
Poop again! He called the shit poop!
Okay, so here I am with my second shot. I have about 118 yards to the flag after pulling out the rangefinder. I'm going to go with the A wedge. It's still a little wet. Normally I'd probably hit a sand wedge here, but I tried to kind of like knock down an A wedge, and it didn't work out great. Okay, so as you can see, I was short and to the right. So I'm going to pull my 60-degree wedge. I literally just bought the 60-degree and a 58-degree not too long ago. Both TaylorMade clubs. I like the clubs a lot. I haven't figured out how to hit them yet. So I want to put something up high and soft. As you can see, it doesn't go high and soft, but that was my idea. So I got an uphill lie. I know I'm going to pull it. I played it a little bit to the left, which I shouldn't have, but I did, and this is the result, a par putt. Now, one thing you got to know about winter golf is things are fast, a lot faster than what I ever thought, because I never played winter golf. Okay, so here we go with my par putt from about 12 feet. You're probably thinking, how the hell you know it's 12 feet? Well, typically I'll walk off the putt, I take a step, I call that 3 feet. May work, I get close, doesn't matter to me. I'm not a guy of inches. I just want to get the putt near the hole so I can get the next putt in. I'm not too super aggressive sometimes, especially with conditions like this. The greens are in bad shape. I just want to get it near the hole and make the par putt. Hey, you're probably thinking, man, that's a pretty defeatist attitude. Well, I'm a glass half empty guy, so that's just my philosophy. As you can see here, I thought I made a pretty good stroke on it, but I killed it. And then I come back and I'm like, hey, easy putt, right? Yep, I made that one. Thank the Lord. I hate this hole! Okay, so here we are with a par 5, 585 yards from the blue tees. I honestly do hate this hole because you literally can't go for the green in 2 unless you smoke one across the trees, and then you have a hard time because there's a creek there. So, basically what you have to do is you have to lay it up, play your second shot up to the hazard area, and then go for the green in 3 from about 100 yards. And as you can see here, I smoked this one pretty good. This is my 3 hybrid, and yep, the pose tells it all. Alright, so we got second shot here. I'm going to go ahead and pull a 6-iron, as you can see. And I just want to hit one about 200 yards, 210, and just kind of keep it in the middle of the fairway so I can set myself up for a good third shot into the green. And as you can see here, it actually turned out pretty good. I put myself in really good position for a third shot. Give myself a good birdie opportunity if I can get it on the green. And action. Yeah. All right, third shot coming up here on the par 5. 111 yards up the hill. So I'm going to pull the A wedge or the gap wedge, which is a 50-degree club. Put a pretty good swing on it, but ended up a little bit short, but at least it's on the green, and it's for a birdie putt. So here I am on the green for my birdie putt. It is a very lengthy birdie putt, and as you can see from the slope of the green, it's not a very easy putt. So the putt's going to start out left, and then it's going to come back sharply right at the hole. So I just missed it on the underside of the hole. I didn't keep it on the left side enough. And to be honest with you, my speed was a little aggressive, so it may not have went in. It may have tanked the flag, who knows. But it was going in there pretty good. But I left myself with about a 4-foot putt for par. The tough thing about winter golf is judging the speed of the greens. The greens are in very bad condition. They haven't been overseeded. A lot of them have been aerated, so there's a lot of holes in the green. Not that I'm making excuses, but yeah, I'm making excuses. Anything to make me feel better about missing a 4-foot par putt, well, goes a long way. Needless to say, I got a bogey on this hole. I made kind of a jabby putt at it, thinking I could just ram it in like Nancy Lopez, but I didn't. So we're going to move on, and we're going to forget about that. That's a lot of weeds! So here we are at the par 3, 154-yard third hole. Now normally I would hit a pitching wedge from this distance because the conditions outside, I'm going to go ahead and hit a 9-iron. Get a little bit more umph in it. But if you cue up the audio at the end, you will hear that this sounds like I hit a ping pong ball. I did not catch this thing very good. So I thinned it and put it in the sand trap. Not a good shot. Alright, so my tee shot went in the bunker. And you can see me grabbing the rake and raking my ball out. Because, well, there's about 5 inches of water in that bunker. And I didn't have the proper foot attire to go in there and hit it out. Nor would I ever. So I'm going to drop the ball at the closest line it went into the sand trap. And I'm going to set up for my second shot. I actually figured some things out with my chipping. Is if you follow through to your target, the ball typically will go that way if you hit it properly. So I hit a pretty good chip here and set myself up for a nice little par putt. So here we are with the good old par putt. I like to call this the juice. Don't ask me why. It makes no sense. But that's what I call it. So I really didn't like this putt at all. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to let doubt creep in my head. And I'm going to think about what happened last hole with that par putt I missed. But did I? No. I powered through this and got my par putt. +2 after 3. What? Here we go at the par 4, 370-yard hole number 4. This is a pretty straightforward hole, just straight down the guts. You got trouble to your left. You got trouble far right. Most of the time, people end up those trees on the right where the car path is, and it doesn't give you a full swing to get to the green, so you kind of have to punch out. But on this shot, I hit a pretty good shot. I hit it a little bit on the toe, so I had a little bit of a draw on it, but I still ended up pretty good. For my second shot on the par 4, I'm going to crank up a P-dub here. I got about 127 yards to the hole. And you're probably thinking, how do you know it's 127 yards? Well, I have this God-given ability to walk anywhere on a golf course and know exactly how many yards I'm at. And a rangefinder helps too. But anyways, I hit sort of a 3/4 little sawed-off shot here. It worked out pretty good. Stuck on the green, got me a birdie putt. As promised, here comes the birdie putt. So I walked this one off, and typically when I take a step, it's about 3 feet. That's at least according to my brain. So I walked this off. I looked at it from a couple of different angles. Looks to be about 9 steps, so it's about 27 feet. If I'm really into it, I walk the putt off. I look at it from behind, and I go back and look at it from the other angle, and then I try to go along the line at some point and try to imagine that I'm putting from a shorter distance to see how the putt really breaks. So 27-yard birdie or 27-foot birdie putt, not likely the thing's going to go in. So at this point, I just want to get it close so I can make my par putt because, well, let's be honest, I'm not great at the short putts. I try to Nancy Lopez everything, which means shove it in the right side of the cup, just inside right. But sometimes that works and sometimes it doesn't. Especially in winter golf, it's tough to hit those putts because of conditions. And you'll see, I actually do hit my par putt, which I'm pretty excited about. That's a par, baby.
That guy is going to get ticks.
So here we are at the par 5 fifth hole. Plays about 471, and you got to hit your tee shot kind of long and down the middle if you want any chance at going at this green in two. You go left, you're in the woods. Believe me, I've been there many times. You go right, you're past the tree line, you're in the other fairway, and you're going to have to punch it over Bobby's potties in order to get back in the fairway, but at least you're safe, and you can go for it in two. So here we get a fantastic look at old Bobby's potties there on the right. Now, as you can see, there's no way that I can go for this in two, so I'm going to have to punch it out. And to be honest with you, I made a terrible punch, but it worked out just okay, so I could get it on in three. Not good conditions, pretty wet over here, and well, I just kind of hit a little bit of a topper, but it got through. Alright, so as you can see here, I got a 9-iron. I tried to shoot it with my rangefinder. I think I was clipping some trees, but I think I'm anywhere from like 154 to 147. So again, the conditions aren't great. I'm going to try to choke up on a 9, hit a nice, easy, smooth shot. It actually turned out pretty good. I think I got on the green here, but the most important part is the shot actually did what I wanted it to do, and I had a little bit of a draw on it. I kind of set my feet for it, tried to get a little inside on the swing. It worked out pretty good. Okay, so guess what? I lied. That was not a great shot. Don't know what I was thinking. But to be honest with you, I'm not going to go back and change my audio. You can just sit here and relax and watch a pretty good chip. At least I think it's good. From what I can remember. Seems like I can remember every golf shot on every hole for a couple of days after I played several rounds of golf. But I can't remember what I'm going to have for lunch or what I had for dinner the night before. So as you can see, it turned out to be a pretty good chip. I got about 5 foot left from my par, but this green is in awful shape. It has been in awful shape all year long. It's got some sort of grass, fungus grass growing in it that just makes it awful. It's bumpy. it never rolls straight, and it's always really bad right by the hole. But I made a pretty good stroke on here. I Nancy Lopez'd it. Got the par. You got some nice khakis there. So here we are at the par 3, 6th hole. Today this hole is playing about 118 yards. So I'm going to go ahead and pull my trusty A-wedge. Is it really my trusty A-wedge? No, it's not. I absolutely hate this club. I don't hit it well, and I just haven't ever figured it out. But anyways, it's not like I'm going to pull my P-dub. I'll put it in the roadway behind there if I hit it good. And if I pull my sand wedge, I just don't think I'm going to get it there today. The hole's guarded to the right by a bunker. It's also guarded long left by a bunker. So you basically got to put it right in the guts. Yeah, it's a 118-yard shot. It's not like we're hitting Pebble Beach here in 25-mile-an-hour winds. It's an easy shot, but daunting nonetheless. All right, so this is a pretty lengthy clip, to say the least. So I'm on the green, and I'm putting for birdie. And to be honest with you, it's a long putt. It's downhill, and it breaks really hard at the end to the left. So my confidence level here is probably about a 5%, to be honest with you. If this goes in, it would be a miracle. And to be honest, it's so fast during the winter, it's hard to judge things, as I keep saying. Green's in pretty good condition, so I wasn't really worried about that. I thought I was going to get a true roll. I walked it off. It's about 25 feet. Not to mention it's downhill. So it's downhill. It's 25 feet. It's fast, and it breaks hard. So again, I'm not really expecting to make this, but what I am expecting to do is getting it close and making a par putt. I looked at this thing several times, and every time I looked at it, I thought the same thing. It's going to break hard to the left. It's going to break hard to the left. But without being able to judge the speed, not being used to the greens, I didn't really know if I wanted to play kind of a slider in there and hope it hit the flag and went in, or if I wanted to just ginger it down there and get a par. Well, most of the time I go for the, hey, let's just be ginger with it. But this time I didn't. I was aggressive. I'm thinking, hey, I can leave the flag in. USGA's changed their rules to you can now leave the flag in while you're putting, which I assume is a COVID thing. They don't want you touching the flag. So sometimes you can get away with being a little aggressive, and the flag kind of saves you. But as you can see, it breaks hard left there at the end. And now I got a pretty difficult putt coming back, to be honest with you. It broke a little bit, and as you can see, and I'm sure there's going to be people out there complain, you didn't finish the hole. I really don't care. I missed the putt. It's literally sitting on the lip. I take it back. I tried to putt it again, and guess what? I missed it.
Nice shot, sir.
All right, so here we are at hole number 7. It's a par 4 304. Now, you could get pretty super aggressive on this hole and try to hit driver, but you're going to probably fly over that big white tree, or you're going to land in the pond. So I take my 3 hybrid and flush it down the guts. So here I'm ready for my second shot. I got about 89 yards, and against my better judgment, I'm using my 56 degree. Why do you think I don't like my 56 degree? Well, let me tell you why. I've hit it here before, off the tee, beautiful tee shot, and actually hit it in the pond right there to the right, about 20 yards from me. Yeah, straight squirt right. So you're hitting uphill, you can't really see the pin, but on this one I stayed the course, I was confident in my swing, and I actually made a really good shot. So this next clip is going to be rather lengthy. I have a pretty good birdie putt. I made a pretty good shot with my 56 degree. I would say it's about 7 foot, but it's fairly straight. So what I'm looking at is I'm looking at just hit it straight at the hole and hope for the best. Because honestly, I think that was the best play. Sometimes I tend to go up to the putt and think, man, this is a pretty easy putt. I'm just going to go ahead and wish for the best. This one, I actually looked at it, and I will say, if you get into a routine, whatever that may be, it kind of does help calm you a little bit, and I think you do make better putts, especially if you line the ball up and hit it where you think it's going to go. You're not going to always make the good reads. Believe me, I don't. But a routine and picking a spot to hit the putt, I think will make you a better putter. So I kind of stand over this one. I wanted to get this. I wanted to see if it was going to slope left or right. So I kind of stand in the middle, trying to feel on my feet if I can feel any sort of more tension on the left or right foot to give you an idea of if it's going to break. And to be honest, I just hit a really good putt, and I get to do my birdie dance at the end. But these birdies feel good because I don't get a whole lot of them. And here comes the birdie dance. Yeah, it looks pretty stiff, but that's okay. Coming up next, we got the par 4 320-yard 8th hole. Now, this hole's pretty straightforward. You got some trouble to the right. You got a bank to the left. So if you hook it really bad, you can be in the woods to the left. And if you hit it too far right, you'll be in the woods. And if you hit it too far right and just go along those tree lines, unless you hit it long, you're going to carry into a bunker. That causes a lot of problems. So I'm feeling a little squirrely here. I should probably just have my 3 hybrid and call it a day. But I'm going to go ahead and pull the big dog, a.k.a. Big Slick, a.k.a. Big Sauce, and just put a nice little swing on it. If you hit a driver well, you can actually drive this green because it's all downhill, and if it's dry, it'll get there. And as you can see, I put a pretty good swing on it, and it turned out pretty well. So here I am with my second shot. I actually hit this drive really, really well. I'm going to go ahead and use my 58 degree. I just bought these wedges not too long ago, so I'm not 100% comfortable with them, but at 30 yards, I figured, why not give it a try? And it actually worked out pretty well for me. As you can see, well, you can't really see because the video quality is not the best. Right in front of me, the green is guarded by a bunker. So I have to lift it up over the bunker, and the pin is in kind of a tough position because it's kind of on a slope. But I actually gave myself a nice little shot for birdie here. So here I am with about an 8-footer down the hill. And I just wanted to save everybody the pain of watching me walk back and forth and look at this putt multiple times at multiple angles. And as you can see, it didn't do me very well. I still missed the putt. But hey, I got a par. I move on. I'm still only +2 after 8. I'm pretty excited about that.
What are you doing with that putter?
All right, so here we are at the last hole. It's a par 3, 164-yard up the hill shot. The wind's blowing, so I have some wind in my face, so I figured, why not club up? At this point, I've already walked 9 holes. I'm pretty tired. I'm getting older. So I was like, why not club up? Hit a nice smooth 8, see what happens. And to be honest with you, it was the right call because I think I get on the green and I think I have a birdie putt. But I guess we'll find out here in a couple of minutes. Just hit the ball, dude. There you go. Great finish. So check out this camera work. Yeah, it's bad. But as you can see the ball rolling towards the hole, that was a pretty tough putt. It broke left at the end. It was very long. The green's not in great condition. I'm making excuses, but that's okay. Par 35, I shot a 37. +2 after 9, I'll take that any day of the week. So there you have it, folks. This concludes Volume 1 of the Real Scooter McGavin Winter Golf Chronicles. Yeah, my camera work sucks, and yeah, my video quality sucks. But you know what? I don't really care. I'm out there playing golf, having a good time, doing what I love to do, and videoing it, and putting on YouTube for absolutely no reason. I don't care if I get 1 like. I don't care if I get a bunch of people telling me I'm an idiot. That's what life's all about. For all you golfers out there, may your drives all be straight in the short grass, and all your putts hit the bottom of the cup.